Although climbing ability is often dictated by the rider's fitness, there is also a significant amount of skill that comes into play. There are 3 methods of climbing. Each is used for a specific instance, and we'll discuss all 3 here. The seated climb is used on long, gradual, or less technical climbs. Because the rider can remain seated and not have to stand and remain balanced, seated climbing is the most efficient type of climbing. The teaching points for seated climbing are: shift to the appropriate gear as you approach, move shoulders forward towards the handlebars, slide hips forward in the saddle. While providing the teaching points, use a good static demo to reinforce them. While seated on the bike, move shoulders forward and low and hips forward in the saddle. For your moving demonstration, set up cones on a gradual climb. Exaggerate the forward riding position while seated. Repeat and ask participants to notice the saddle behind your hips as you move forward. Here are appropriate progressions for the practice period with your student athletes. Progression number 1 is to have riders ride through the cones on a gradual uphill. Progression number 2, increase the grade or length of the climb. Progression 3, once you introduce the other climbing methods, have riders transition from seated climbing to standing or crouched climbing. What are some common things to look for during your observation, error detection, and correction? Number 1, rider has difficulty maintaining balance or direction. In this case, their weight is too far back and not enough pressure is on the front wheel. Number 2, the rear tire is losing traction and spinning. In this case, the gear choice is too easy, the rider is too far forward, or the rider is not pedaling smoothly. Number 3, the rider is forced to stop. In this case, the gear choice is likely too hard. Here is a bonus tip for seated climbing. Help student athletes to identify when and where to shift on climbs, shifting well before it gets too steep or difficult to continue.